It's okay.
Manageable.
Yeah.
Ibrahim.
Yes, I went for I think
You that.
a marriage ceremony in the
Okay.
Eastern region.
Hey. And when
Yeah.
did you come back?
I know the same day. I left Saturday at dawn and returned by late afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't that far. It's closer to Asamankesi, Isuoko. Yeah.
Did you go with Kwame Dansui Champo?
I know Kwame Danso, I'm sure might have been there. You know, every weekend he goes home.
Oh, okay.
He goes to pay homage to his kinsmen. Yeah, so he might have been there already.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
For me, I just went to attend to the family business. Yeah.
Well
we're
done.
back. Yeah.
We are proud of you.
Yeah. And when I've seen the video I shared, I got first-hand encounter with the conversations we've been having
Galamsey?
here all the time about Galamsey and its impact and the fact that it's unfortunately for that community, there's no gold there. You see, and that's what makes their case very worse.
So what are they digging?
Mm-hmm. Others have discovered gold in their enclave and they are digging and it's polluted the water.
Oh.
And I grew up there. When we were growing up, that was the only source of water
And
for the entire community.
now it's chocolate.
It's gone. It's gone, actually.
The water is dried up, or
No,
it's
the water
totally
is dead.
polluted.
The river is dead. When I say dead, the
The
water in there is useless. You see, you can't. They can't even wash with it, right? Because that's the least you do with water.
Absolutely.
Washing.
Your-
They tell you if it's dirty water, they use it for washing other your utensils or
You
washing.
can't do that.
You can't do that. Drinking, you can't even talk about drinking.
Absolutely.
You can't treat the water. You see, if Ghana Water finds it difficult to treat water for commercial purposes, how much more you? And so I was engaging the community members, and they were reminiscing on the good old days when they were swimming in this river. And in fact, we were told that Tuesdays you are not allowed to go there. And that was how thoughtful the ancestors were in preserving the water. And we that today, we are very enlightened. Yeah, we have killed the water. River Ayensu is dead, yes. And we learned about it in our books.
Yes,
right.
Yes, we learned about all those things. And it is unfortunate and heartbreaking all the time that, yes, I get that our leaders are sitting aloof, but then as a people we have a good portion of the blame to take because we are only thinking about what we are going to get and we don't care about the future. Now, some of the community members were reminiscing what this was. There's a new generation that doesn't even know that this water was once upon a time clear.
It's true.
And it's heartbreaking.
True. And like I said, the worst of it is that others are enjoying their gold.
Yes.
And they are at the lower end are bearing the brunt. Yeah.
You remember there was a point where Cote d'Ivoire was complaining.
Oh, yes.
That our waters were polluting theirs.
Exactly.
And the sad thing is that if push comes to shove, those who have the money can
get the water.
They can have a borehole constructed for them.
Oh, yes.
You, the ordinary person who doesn't have the means, you will be the one suffering.
The thing with the borehole is that it's in the earth, isn't it?
Yeah.
And these waters we are polluting sips into the earth. So it will get to a point where we all cannot escape it.
True.
Because wherever you dig, you will find the deposits of mercury and all those other harmful metals in your water.
What they do is that they don't even drink from any of these sources.
And they import it.
Yeah, they buy.
Because as of now, a lot of them are importing the water they drink. Well, the Daily Guide newspaper, the front page here says, "Let's talk. EC tells NDC, not street protests." And I've heard many voices of reason adding their calls to the Electoral Commission to say that, see, you are an institution and yours rights on credibility. Therefore, when there is a perception of mistrust or some discrepancies, you have nothing to lose if you go ahead to do the audit. You really have nothing to lose. So what is all this?
Even if you won't do the audit, your posture, your tone of communication,
utterances.
See,
it is
I think
not inviting.
One of the most shared news cards from our end will be the quote from Tete.
The tree and animal quote.
Treason.
I don't know what they were seeking to achieve with that.
Many people did not believe that they uttered these words. They thought it was a fabrication.
Yeah.
that should tell you how unreasonable that portion of the script, the speech was. It could have been done away with. It was needless. And as an arbiter, as a referee, you do not speak like that.
See, and let me tell you why that portion found its way onto the script. So that was supposed to be Charlotte says easy.
Yes.
Can you imagine? No, are you the one reading it? You were there. The Tete man, you were there.
I've said that usually when they have to some bomb to throw, they put him in the middle to go and speak.
Yes, but like you said, after heard voices of reason, that see, it doesn't help anybody.
No.
See, it's so easy to say that, oh, that's a music from a losing opposition party, right? They are clutching on straws and what have you. No. When you admit that, indeed, these mistakes happened, but your only excuse is that they've been happening since Nkrumah's time, then why are we progressing? We're supposed to progress, and we're supposed to invest, pumping all these monies, procure the new gadget and what have you.
And that's what they keep saying, that technology evolves.
Yes.
But if technology evolves, are we not supposed to evolve for the better?
Exactly.
How do we evolve for the worse?
That's the point. Meanwhile, the amount of money we've sunk in today was not the same amount of money we sunk in yesterday. So something must at least improve.
And one thing, I think it was Boabinga someone I was talking about. When the Jean Mensah-led administration came in, they made a whole fuss about we should not have our data being handled by externalities and all that. At the moment, your consultants are external, so you took out STL to bring in another element. So what happened to that earlier position that we should not have external people managing our data?
See, I heard Professor Koscielny, who played his voice here, warning us that we might, of course, and because we've done this since 1992, we might think that this is one of
those things.
One of those processes, right? Oh yes, this is just one of Ghana's elections. No, it's not.
The stakes are higher.
And they are warning. That's the point. See, the point is that, don't give the losing party an excuse. How difficult should this be? Don't give the losing party an excuse, because if you do, we'll be bent.
But you see, the thing with this EC is that it's not as though they are fantastic.
No.
Of course, every institution has their flaws.
Yeah.
But we have seen so many instances where the EC has had to beat a retreat, or has had to reluctantly eat humble pie.
Yeah.
Because when it was moving, the EC was told that this movement is funny. It's going to get you burnt. Say, we know our stuff. We are independent. Yeah. Then they go and they get burnt. Yeah. And then they have to beat a retreat. Yep. That is why people are concerned. True. Because it's not as though consistently you have proven those raising issues with your ways of doing things wrong. Most often you have proven them right.
See, the BVDs were stolen. Initially we were told they were just computers. Right. Subsequently, what did we get to know? That indeed they were stolen. And the assurance was that you need a code. Now there are claims that people have been registered without going through the regular channel.
And you see,
how do you disprove that?
You
get the point.
As for the need for the EC to attend to the concerns raised by the NDC, I mean, I'm with all of you on that. But there are people that I find very interested and funny. What? The same politicians.
Yeah.
Who, you see, they are the same ones who give the EC the power to behave in the manner that they do, especially when they are in power.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, currently the MPP seem not to have any issue with actions of the EC. No. Should the tables turn, you see them on the other side.
Yes.
In 2016, we also saw the posture of the NDC.
Yes.
You see, if parties behave as if they will never go to opposition, this is what, because that's for the EC will always be there.
Exactly.
And will always have the backing of the governing party. So until politicians see themselves as politicians and the EC as a referee, that should do what is best in our collective interest, or not just do things that will benefit us. The EC will always have the upper hand, because you see, once you have the backing of the governing party, the kind of politics we do here, it is difficult.
That is a given, that both of them, when they are in power, they sing the praises of the Electoral Commission. When they are in opposition, then it is their foe. But in this particular instance, there's a peculiar challenge because the president has appointed people who are openly
exactly
openly.
Members of the party.
Then you create extra room for doubt. When we are trying to ensure that these institutions function as independent institutions, you go ahead and do these appointments, and then you make the animosity even thicker. You don't do that.
It's a challenge. I think the communications need to be tidied up. It's good to note that the EC says even today it is willing to sit down with the NDC. I had suggested that after NDC presented whatever they had uncovered to you, the best thing for you to do and the most logical thing for you to do is call for an IPAC, which will then have everybody represented. Okay, these are the claims NDC is making. I'm not sure the NDC is the only one that monitored the exhibition exercise. What did you also uncover?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we rectify this? How difficult should this be? That posture of headmaster and school children, that's what will burn all of us. We are here.
And you see, then they will tell you that the success of the election does not solely depend on them. We are not saying that it solely depends on you.
But
you are crucial.
But it largely depends on you.
You are a pivot.
It doesn't solely, but it largely depends on you.
You are a pivot. Like, around you is what everything is going to revolve. So they need to act better. They need to do right. This thing of Alice is not helping. It's not helping.
3 months to an election.
They're going to make tomorrow a busy day for all of us.
Yes.
They're going to make it a busy day for all of us. Anyway.
The weekend was not enough. Anyway, other stories here. Jamestown Harbour. Is it Harbour or Harbour?
Harbour.
Harbour, eh? It's a Harbour.
Habakkuk.
Bro.
Oh, yeah, no, talking about Habakkuk, Tabitha Kum. We have Somali Champo.
Oh,
yeah.
I nearly said he's not normal, but I had to make a retreat.
But maybe people I don't know what
Nicola Samba.
Yeah, you play. Don't worry, play it. Play it.
I don't like to
Maybe-
give
maybe
people...
for the benefit
It's
of listeners,
not
but
about
for me,
giving.
I-
For the benefits of listeners, you play it.
Where is the sound?
Tabitha Kum. Ima, did you load the sound? Yes, then... yeah, it's in the player, right? And then just play.
Please come and check for me. I don't see that.
Okay.
But, I saw the thing. I was like, so why is it that... okay. You guys, let's listen to it and you probably understand my... why I would have loved I would not play the sound.
Well, I'm saying, NDC for na aplania kofa foreigners dia bagana. And o mama ko dia ni niam so o mo fan say isu no. No mo fa pressure and trouble so said ye be ya aban no be ye tan na yo ma to abama jo mahama. Enti se wo be hwa NDC asofo nko na e kasa. NDC asofo nko e gira na me bomb nsema his excellency na nado dankwa o ye tough because and your mom did go a Sankanana, a boy who says soldier phone qua. Nanka, a whole one hour to be good, so say, Galamse for a small scale mining for a Jumano. Nanka, one more Casa.
Okay, so that was intriguing. That's Nicholas Omane Champo, gospel musician. We all know where his allegiance is. He supports the NPP, and the claim he's making is that the noise all of us are making about the Galamsey, the alpha and omega of the resurgence of the Galamsey activities or illegal mining is because NDC has imported foreigners and then armed them and then positioning them on water bodies to be mining, right? And trying to hoodwink the president into deploying the military to go and face them. So he's very happy that all the pastors, all the religious leaders who are speaking against Galamsey are NDC. So your church, all the Catholic bishops, they are all NDC.
You see, that's
NDC, Presbyterian Church.
That's
NDC.
why I asked if he's okay, because these are some of the things we do that the politicians never take it seriously, because they know that no matter how much of a mess they are, they'll find a few of us who would always praise them for their, subpar performance. And to have somebody of his age talking like this.
Look, I have a very young career and I want to keep it.
Okay. See, keeping them logical, you see, it's good. elsewhere, they were keeping politicians truthful or keeping them honest. Here, I think we should keep them logical because, you see, we must always strive to point out illogicality, just as we are witnessing from Nicholas Omania Champon. And I'm sure, feeling that a good morning, who said it, was equally appalled by how a matured human being will be this illogical, right? And that's what, because if you don't shine light on these, trust me, in fact, line up people, ask them, and there are people who will believe this. You know that, right? You know there are some Ghanaians who will believe this. And that's just not the first illogical political statement we are hearing. We had many of them. In fact, over the weekend, we had much more of them as well. The point we're making is that we have a cancer on our hands. I just related to you how the river body that nourished me when I was growing up is gone. Even though there's no Galamsey activity in that community. The president has found wisdom in putting together another committee. And the committee is supposed to engage stakeholders. And yesterday, I'm sure you read from Professor Rams, for example, who's with Utah, who says they are not going. He says Utah will not avail itself to that engagement. Why? He believes that there's enough evidence and there should be enough solution. And so the engagement might just not be necessary. Others will obviously go. The point is something must be done. And the minister recognizes that something must be done. Regional ministers have been tasked to do something. And like I said on TV the last time, if Galamsey activities are being undertaken by NDC people, it is the easiest fight to win, lah. NDC, oh gosh. You go there, just bundle them and then throw them in some jail somewhere. Yeah, you are done.
It won't be at any consequence.
That's the point. In fact, they will not even get the opportunity to come and vote. Right? So that's the point. It's the easiest fight to win. Anyway, you done, right?
Am I even done? Let me see. It's like problem never the finish.
Yes.
It's painful.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's very painful. It's very painful that Charlie, what we wish for the country is not what is happening. And you know, sometimes people who have no business nearing governance are the ones governing. Yeah. Some of them, they are not necessarily governing, but they are enjoying the largesse of the governance.
That's true. That's true.
Mahama exposed over EC credibility claims. And then Rebecca wins Woman of the Year award. First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo with other award winners at ceremony. And Focus clamped down on Chinese illegal miners. That's it for the Daily Guide newspaper.
The Ghanaian Times this morning. President inaugurates Jamestown Fishing Harbour in Accra. Jamestown Fishing Harbour can only be in Accra.
Oh, Ghana, there are certain like names that you can. You don't be surprised you can find Jamestown.
Okay,
somewhere.
It's possible. Like there could be another James who founded another community. Yeah,
you may never know.
That's true. Latest ITU Global Cybersecurity Index. Ghana ranked Tier 1 in 2024. Joins role model status with 46 other countries worldwide. Becomes benchmark for other nations. That's according to latest ITU Global Cybersecurity Index.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have now been ranked part of the Tier 1, right? But I think moving forward, the government offices and the government officers should stop using Gmail. They should have their own domain mails. No proper governance architecture. Deploys open market email addresses. No, you should have like something like the presidency. They've got their own. Yes, so we should have the ministries equally having their own. It adds to the cybersecurity awareness and then the ranking.
Okay.
Outcome of China-Africa Forum. China earmarks $50 billion financial support for Africa in the next 3 years.
Hand-me-downs. That's all we like.
Yeah.
Hand-me-downs.
Yeah. And the Chinese money doesn't come with accountability. You know that, right? It doesn't.
But then you pay for it.
Oh, yeah. Pay there you pay. Pay there you pay. So, like, they give it to you in a way that you can squander it. And then they'll come for you. Combating illegal mining.
They say we like gypsum.
Yeah. Combating illegal mining. Stay away from Galamsey. Chinese ambassador admonishes compatriots.
Oh.
They are speaking tough. At least the Chinese ambassador is talking tough to his compatriots, right? We can equally do same. Yeah, we should ask the indigenous to also stay away from fronting for the Chinese. Yeah. Back page of the Ghanaian Times. Samatex draw with Raja. And so Atreman lose to CS Constantine in CAF Interclub competitors. And Raja Casablanca was here. The coach.
Same complaint.
Same
complaint.
They drew 2-2 and say, oh, they could have easily won.
And I might not, that would be the excuse for everybody.
Yeah, they could have easily won. The pitch was terrible.
The pitch that the Ministry of Youth and Sports says that they should go and tell
the CAF
that they should come and inspect it. So
yeah. How do we know that the Raja coach is not a CAF agent? Maybe they sent him to come and inspect. So that's our verdict. So now they go. We are our last hope. What
does this say even about the ministry? It means that you are not fully aware of the situation at these facilities that you are recommending.
Have you guys seen the monies according to the monies that have been released for the renovation of these stadia? In excess of 32 million Ghana cedis over a period. And we still don't have a pitch.
I recently saw videos of the Sipon Stadium and I felt crying because this is a facility that I saw Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria play during CAN 2008. And now even the road leading to that facility. I remember when Ken Ofurata was minister.
Yeah, he said it was 80% complete.
He came to Parliament and said the renovation is almost 80% complete. Now you should watch the video.
Was this the same one or the other?
Sipon, yes.
Sipon, it's the same.
No, I'm talking about the minister.
No, I'm referring to Ken
Ofurata. But you see, there are two, I think, facilities in the enclave. There's one that's not the Sipon Sports Stadium. Yeah, but that's not to say that the Sipon Stadium is not in ruins. It says, but there's another one that used to be the go-to facility before a Sipon was built. That's worse.
I don't know. Is it just me or the two sports ministers we have just been subpar?
I think it's the entire setup. I think we can't limit it to the sports ministers.
The entire setup.
Set up in the sports enclave. The NSA, the ministry, the DFA.
They've been putting square pegs in round holes.
Remember at the park sitting?
The
NSA balls.
Internally.
I even feel the minister doesn't have full control of NSA, even though NSA is supposed to be under his ministry. And I don't know who's protecting who, but anyway,
it is what it
the
is. Daily
Statesman is what I have. Ochehene, Western leaders complicit in Africa's corruption. YEAGIZ launch fashion initiative to empower persons with disabilities. Ekufuado redeems big promise, commissions Jamestown Fishing Harbour, and EC's integrity beyond question, Mahama in 2016. Back page of the Daily Statesman newspaper. GFA clarifies borehole project. Also, Ghanaian forward Michelle Ajiman joins Brighton, and Black Stars defender Daniel Amate terminates contract with Bashik Stacks in Deki.
The Informer newspaper front page, down memory lane. EC best in the world, Mahama boasted.
Was there a meeting between the Daily Statesman and the Informer newspaper?
There was a meeting, but who of them is between, we don't know. There definitely must be a meeting.
Uphold professionalism. Media urges the media. Hey, this I say media urges. Hey, Minister urges the media.
The minister is the media. No problem. She's our boss. Hey. From here we can go for breakfast.
After we'll go for the capacity program.
They more steady.
Oh, you don't want to,
so, you don't want to be part of the capacity building. I want to
know. The minister is listening. Do you want to be part of it?
But this is not over.
We'll do another one.
Are you interested or not?
I bet.
You have enough capacity. Yeah, that one I can vouch for you. You have enough capacity. I know.
Convicted Maslog boss cited to be extradited soon. That's according to the Deputy Attorney General. Baumia saves Keta Nursing and Midwifery College. And alleged discrepancies in voter register provide further and better particulars. EC tells NDC. And so what's a good welfare regime for media? GJA urges support for bill. And that... okay. Zoomlion expands beyond Ghana borders. Firms up agreements with Austrian company.
So that's Zoomlion beyond borders.
Zoom borders.
Or Zoomlion without borders, yes. You know we have doctors without borders.
It says Sans Frontier.
So put Zoomlion there and say it in French and let's see.
I don't know.
Oh.
Zoomlion Sans Frontier without borders.
No, how do you say lion? How do you say lion? How do you say lion in French? No, lion in French. I beg first. Lion in French. Lion. Lion.
Yeah.
So zoom lion.
No, zoom is not the same as zoom.
See that you have made me just let out nonsense this morning. Hey, you're not correct. I was wondering what he wanted to say.
Yeah, no, but okay. So how do you say zoom in French? I was going to save you. That's the point. So then we should retain the zoom, and the lion becomes lion.
Leave me alone.
So, but when they went to Liberia, they were still known as zoom lion.
That's English. Liberia is English. So now when they go to Togo, must be zoom lion. And
what paper do you have there?
Emperor.
What does it mean what you said?
Emperor. Sasa. Daily Post. Election 2024, the Ghanaians will score Baumia an F. If for economic mismanagement, Mahama. And more CSOs pledged to join Enough is Enough demo. As calls for independent forensic audit of voters register grow louder. And current EC commissioners are full of unbridled incompetence. Pure crass.
Who is that?
Franklin Kudu.
I think he put up a post.
Yeah, I shredded. So that's it for the Daily Post.
All right, to another the Daily Searchlight. Sinking the Economy series. Ghana's MDAs lost 2.4 billion in 2023 to irregularities. Also, Wenchi. Bad road kills 5 pregnant women, 7 others in 5 years. Wow. Also, Judicial Service react to some just blackmail. Details are on page 9 of the newspaper. And we won't allow any ban on small-scale mining. Small-Scale Miners Association is saying this. And Dr. Baumia's digitalization agenda receives commendation. Page 7 has the details of in the Daily Searchlight.
Yeah, talking about the statement from the Judicial Service.
To Sam George.
To all of us. Now, there's one explanation that
the case is not right.
Now, the defendants have filed their processes. Guess which parties haven't?
Plaintiff?
The plaintiffs or the complainant. And the Judicial Service is happy to tell us this. Meanwhile, the Judicial Service is as much culpable as the 2 parties because you had an application for an injunction before you. You had dealt with it. You held on to your verdict. In essence, offering the people what they came praying for because they wanted everything to stay put.
Yeah.
And then you said, we have concluded on your application, but we will not give our judgment or our ruling. We will have to finish dealing with the entire... And now you are here crying to us. In fact, they have just buried themselves in the statement that they issued.
So an injunction has been granted through the back door.
Exactly. And then you tell us that you sat before a computer and typed this. And you want this to stop people from demonstrating because the people are saying they are going to demonstrate against the Chief Justice. Keeping them logical.
It's like, it's not easy to find.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I think logic has become a very scarce commodity.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay,
right?
The Herald newspaper. Herald newspaper front page. Ghana's military chief angrily charges at senior officer over coup allegation. Chaotic scene leaves top brass in disarray. 85 million Ghana cedis paid Akufo-Addo's a relative for stadium renovations, but GFA also got $260,000 from FIFA for maintenance. Yet, CAF has banned us. Dr. Baumia will promote agribusiness. That's according to Napo. It says when the disciples went to look for Jesus, he was asleep. So people say, so is Jesus the same as Nyankopon?
And he came back to explain that.
Okay.
No, in fact, the initial ones, he said Nyankopon, right? And then he came back to say, Jesus, when the Aswachene, you know Aswachene?
Hunger.
Oh, no, Aswachene. A comb, hunger is a comb. Aswachene is like wave. when there was that turbulent
Okay. Storm.
storm. No, this one was on the sea.
It's a storm.
All right. Okay, so storm is over. Okay, so there was turbulence, right, on the sea, and then Jesus was sleeping. Mm-hmm. So they went to wake up. Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God! I just remember that me myself. I didn't call what and I was like,
I didn't call Bopitri. You see, no, me nah. Then he said, "Let there be calm," and there was calm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was.
I think I should play that song one of these days. Ima, please see if you find that song for us.
And then there was another Ubadana. That's no, but this is Ajinkwa
Ajinkwa.
Why you bring?
No, you're not right.
Oh no.
You're not.
Okay, relax.
Don't give Napua ideas for his next public engagement.
We beg you.
We beg him.
Oh no, but of course, it says the NDC voted in Asante Region and Nation Records, right? Yeah.
It's okay. We beg.
How can you be in Asante Region and voting in NDC? How?
YEA partners Germany to empower people with disabilities, and Mahama meets U.S. ambassador on EC ahead of tomorrow's demonstration. That's it for the Herald newspaper.
The final one I have is a chronicle this morning. Anti-EC demo. Anti-EC demo.
Anti-EC.
I say anti, like that's the name of.
Oh, okay. Well, so anti-EC.
No.
Okay, so anti-EC. Anti.
Okay,
anti-EC demo. Right, better. Anti-EC demo.
Yes, anti-EC.
Anti-EC demo. Social media backlash against NDC. Seen the backlash?
What paper is that?
Chronicle.
Okay.
No, maybe my friends have not been
the space
sending me the.
The space is different. The space.
Yeah. Because usually it is per the algorithm is the people that are in your timeline that you see what they write, right? You are on my timeline. We've not written anything like that. Because my timeline it's not.
In a while.
Yeah. You help African leaders to loot the continent. Otenhen boldly tells Europe. Yay. Bold statement. The West has been aiding and abetting. Let's dog them up. I'm talking about the West. Trump, I think we all need to put in words of prayer for Trump to survive till
the gunshots that were ahead around his rally.
Election day. But the way it's going, I think there are some people who believe that Trump might return, and so they are using the crude ways of eliminating him. It's good that they've beefed up his security and what have you.
He's a former president, so it's important that they do. But then again, you cannot also overlook his role in all this radicalism, because he encouraged it whilst he was president and when he lost the election. So he needs to speak up against those things. It would help.
GIZ agreed to empower persons living with disabilities. Primpag enlightens journalists on fact-checking election reporting. Abamia will promote agribusiness, NAPO is saying, and quotation for this morning, Proverbs 20:23-30. The Lord detests double standards. He is not pleased by dishonest skills. So says the Lord.
The final one I have is the Insight newspaper. Mahama, youth unemployment. I think. Ivy, why are you first to me? Mahama, youth unemployment, a ticking time bomb. Also, IEA worried over Ghana's domestic borrowing. IEA.
For what's the name? Professor Dr. Kwati. Oh, yeah. It's been.
Are you worried over Ghana's domestic borrowing surge?
Stop! Don't say that he's been untying what Jim Mensah has been tying. Don't say that.
Oh, you
no. As for this,
they are doing two separate things.
The institution must
survive,
remain.
Yeah,
they must do all they can to give off that indication that we are a credible institution. Yes,
that's true. Yeah.
All right. As government imposes ban on export of some food commodities, peasant farmers warn of looming food crisis over low productivity. Disregard calls for ban on small-scale mining. Miners Association urges government. Also, Israelis now conducting educide and soluxicide in occupied Palestine. What is, now that you are English there, you understand, but what is scholasticide?
Okay. They are eliminating the scholars.
Scholasticide.
Yes,
So like genocide. And then this one, you are eliminating the scholars.
And then the educated.
Like the teachers.
The educated. The educated.
Not the teachers, like anybody who is educated.
So a conscious effort to ensure that a group of people do not get education, right? And there are many ways you go about it. Right? So it's either you don't offer the serene environment for education, learning, teaching and learning to take place, or you target. It's a war tactic. You remember Iran and the US, and see Israel and Iran as well. They target the people with the nuclear knowledge, the knowledge about the nuclear industry, and they eliminate them. Yeah.
All right. The final paper I have here is a Daily Dispatch newspaper. Front page: demonstrations will not lead to a credible voters register. Let us talk. EC advises NDC. The media must name and shame persons who make insightful comments. That's according to former head of political science department at the University of Ghana and now deputy chairperson of the Electoral Commission. So he's also, this is a general call, right? The one about insightful comments.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will also urge all Ghanaians, especially journalists as well, the media, to call out the EC when it moving funny. Kandapar chairs ministerial committee to tackle Galamsey. I'm sure all of us had the same reaction when we heard this thing about a committee being formed. He said again, because a committee was formed, an interministerial committee was formed, and this is where it ended us. Then again, we have formed another one.
But this one is to engage stakeholders.
That's the one you said. That's the one you said, oh no. Yeah. We know this because the problems are there. When we spoke to Frederick Kudo the last time, he said, see, the talking stage is over. It's like you are dating someone and then talking. Every day you are talking stage. 2 years, 3 years. How? When?
Before you realize you've given birth to like 10 kids.
Oh, please, talking stage, nothing else but talking.
Oh, okay. We hear you.
All right. I'm done with the drink.
Start from online.com. Start from .gh. Read that one. This is not Kufuor's MPP. It is a takeover by a small family. Mahama. NDC, the EC must provide evidence of previous register that contain trees, animals. Ofusu Ampofo is demanding. Mahama Grace MPP government F on economic management. And the final one here. Wanderlust Ghana shares a trillion journey through 10 countries. They say Senegal has the best roads in Africa.
Yep.
And they say they had a torrid time navigating through Ghana. What did they expect? It's your own country. At least you must suffer small. You can't just leave your country like that peacefully. But Baumia's office staff lack confidence in their boss. Ofosu Ampofo is saying the destructive impact of Galamsey on Ghana. Why not more? Blah, blah. There's an article here. Yeah. That's it for starfm.com.gh.
All right. City Newsroom, front page. Where are the...
Front page. City Newsroom.
Sure. What's that? You are stressing me this morning. Be very careful. So, the headline.
Exactly.
Where are the roads? Mahama questions Akufo-Addo's 12,000 kilometer road construction claim. Election 2024 protest against EC aims to ensure peaceful electoral process. That's according to John Mahama. Next, NDC government will constructively address Galamsey menace Suhini, and Galamsey cancel all prospective mining licenses now. Youth group to government. And election 2024, Ghanaians will score Baumia and F for economic mismanagement. And Trump safe after gunshots near his Florida golf course. Yeah. So that's it for what the portals are reporting. That will be it for the newspaper review segment. We'll go for a break. When we return, it will be time for First Check.